This is one I've been waiting for a long time. This is a must win for me. Let's play for this Ford Supervan 4. Mike on Top Drive. Hey, I'm Mike. Today is an exciting video. We're playing for the Supervan 4. This is a car that I have seen at the Goodwood Festival of Speed doing its laps. It's an amazing machine, really fast, incredible noise. I loved it. I was standing right beside it. It's a great vehicle. I need to win this vehicle. It is high RQ, it's 105, it's got a very low 0 to 60, it's got okay handling compared to the 0 to 60, it's got a good top speed, slick tyres, 4-wheel drive. It's not heavy, even though it's a van. It's not light, but it's not heavy. It's a really great car in real life and in top drives. Hopefully it'll be very useful in the future, if I can just win it. In this video, we're playing the finals. My hand isn't bad. It's not the best. I don't have one of the Lamborghinis that is key for this track set. Annoyingly, the track sets are dreadful for the cars that are available. There's a couple of city streets in most of them and a dirt, but one of the dirts is motocross. Motocross, wet dirt, you really need a high ground clearance car, and it needs to be an off-road ground clearance car. And the only one available is a high-end legendary Lamborghini. Not a lot of people are going to have it, hopefully. I certainly don't have it. So we're going to be messing with cars that take 200-point losses and things like that on that track set. But what I have isn't bad. I mean, look at that. I've got 5 legendaries to pick from. So, in normal cases, I should be okay. Especially as 2 of them that I'm using are maxed. I have my RQ87 Alpha, which is at 233. I have my Peugeot Proxima, which is at 233. I have my Peugeot Rally car. I have an Audi A8, and I have a Peugeot Quartz, which is high ground clearance, but it's not the right tyres. So we'll jump in and we'll see how that goes. I do have other options. I do have another legendary that's pretty good, an Audi, which has got all the upgrades in the handling and stuff. So it's about messing about, it's about looking at Top Drive's records, I think, seeing what beats what on what track. Obviously, some of the off-road surfaces are Rallycross small, which doesn't have a lot of Rallycross in it, quite a lot of tarmac in it. So a big legendary would probably beat out that. Right, hang on, 52, there's only 129 people. It's a relatively new bracket. Okay, what was I saying? Yes, the off-road cars, there's not very many of them, a couple of ultra rares, and that's about it really. So a big old legendary on that Rallycross small would really kick its butt, I think. So that's an option for the future, but we're going to go with this and see how we get on. Obviously the motocross is going to be my downfall. A lot of people will be taking, there's an RQ51 gold car, a Kamal. There it is, City Streets Medium it's on, right. That's the option for people because it's high ground clearance, 4-wheel drive standard tyre. My car is going to lose to it, my performance tyre car. On the motocross we're talking here. Everywhere else, you see, that gets whipped by my Audi, which I maxed for this Tri-Series. Anyway, let's have a look at this, indoor karting. I maxed this for the Tri-Series as well with fuse material from Black Friday, but I think it'll be useful. Yeah, my Audi will win everywhere against that Alpha, the gold Alpha, except for on the motocross. Peugeot Quartz will beat that. That's the other off-roader, which is possible, but it's low ground clearance, no good for the motocross. There's a Peugeot, which will be my motocross car, doing all right against the Lamborghini. Can it keep ahead of it? Can it? Yes, come on. Good. That's the Lamborghini that I really want. I see it everywhere on Discord and stuff, but I haven't met it many times in the actual game. My Proxima pulls away on the quarter mile. It's a good car, that. Good car. Right, big win. Okay, that's 3-0. Yeah, so my hand isn't bad, but it's missing some key components, and it's just whether it's good or not. Here's the motocross, right. So this guy has got the same car as me, so it's not a good test to see what happens, because obviously it's going to be a draw. I am pleased that I've got that standard tyre Audi upgraded though. Yep, that's a draw. That's race 2. Proxima, let's see how this does against the Lambo. Yeah, it just pulls away. It's really quite good in the second half of a long drag. This Audi should win on the wet track. I got the flux and I upgraded the flux, but I'm not using it, annoyingly. My Max Alpha beats the McLaren. I wish I had that McLaren. Okay. And my Quartz is a really good car. It's got a good low 0 to 60. It might be a key car if people are taking too many of the fluxes, because it does beat the flux pretty much everywhere. Okay, let's go again. Yeah, that's that medium on the city streets. Medium, that's a medium legendary. It's a tough track set, but we should be fine. And I wonder if that's going to win race 1. That'd be interesting. No, it doesn't. And it really shouldn't. That Renault Clio Sport is a legendary car. Not a legendary car, but it's a wicked rally car. Right, okay. We're 7th, we've got 5 and 0. There's quite a few people around 5 and 0. Guy at the top has got 12 and 0. I don't recognise any names. Okay, we're back. 11 hours to go. It's the next morning now. This is how it stands. It's a bracket with people I don't really come up against much. So that'll be interesting to see whether they're big players or not particularly. I have been putting another fuse in my Audi R8 GT Spider. So that is now at 223. And that is going to come in instead of my off-roader, because I don't think, although there's off-road tracks, I don't think it's much point having an off-road car. This is the guy at the top. So that's not the strongest hand. I don't think he's staying at the top. This is Ian. I know Ian. He's got a wicked hand. That's Marco. He's got a good hand as well. Some of these guys have got big hands. Luckily, I'm not seeing any of those all-surface tyre Lambo in any of these, which is a result, really. I think some people are going to struggle when that turns up. So that should be a pretty much no-brainer. What we've got on the city streets medium stuff is a struggle when it's not wet. When it's wet, my Audi is great. Right, my Proxima is maxed. I should really have done it as a drag spec, but I did it for a Tri-Series and it was mainly going on slalom type stuff, so I did it 233. That's a win for my Quartz. Here we are, rally, cross, small, and it wins. The Audi R8. Wicked. And then this should be fine as well, even though that Lambo is one of the better epic Lambos. Okay, good. That was a win. So we're in the top 3, top 4, tier 1. But I don't see myself staying there particularly. It seems unlikely that I'll be staying there. Okay, let's have a look. Right. See, that's the other option. You can take city street stuff and just whack a big old Lambo on it and hope it beats some of the poorer things. But I don't think it will. So let's have a look. Proxima, that's going to lose, I think, because that Speedtail is just about one of the best cars from the last update. My Quartz should win. It does. Oh, it's going to get bonus points. Nice. Okay. This Alpha should win. But I mean, that is a great epic to have if you've got it. I don't have it, that McLaren. My Audi on the city streets small. Gets a win. Good. And Rallycross, here we go. Well, we know, because we saw it win. There we go. Right. But that's good. That takes us out of the game with using off-road cars. So the biggest problem is the motocross, which is high ground clearance, the Quartz. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. It's an interesting hand. I do have that gold, that Kamal. I don't want to use it because it's not very good on the 3 other tracks. And if motocross doesn't turn up too much, you're handicapping yourself by using it when I've got the epic Audi. Right, here we are, motocross. This is the screwy one. Right, so let's give this a go. The upside to this is I do have a better car for the twisty wet stuff. So that's high ground clearance. His is not though. That Audi is not high ground clearance. So it'll be interesting to see what the score difference is. And we'll try and win the other ones as well. Let's see. So mine is high ground clearance but rubbish choice of tyres. His is slightly better tyres. Yes, so I just win. So that is another option. I don't have a good option basically for that motocross, but it is only 1 in 4. So that's a good win for my Proxima. Audi A8 should win here. Just nice. Okay, and my Alpha, this will be interesting. Yep, does win. I think that Peugeot Inception is pretty rubbish compared to its picture, which makes it look fast. That is a loss, as you'd expect, because it's four-wheel drive. Okay, 19 and 3. What I really want is a really quiet bracket. A quiet bracket would be a win for me, because I don't want to have to fight in the last minute and get hit 100 times and knocked out of tier 1, tier 2, whatever I am. Okay. We'll put that on there. Oh, hang on. Yeah, his quartz is different to mine. That's, what, 233? And mine is 323. So, do I want to take a loss and a win, or do I want to... Yeah. The 233 pretty much beats the 323. It's annoying that I don't have an option for the second one, but I have to do it. But we did win anyway. Win and a loss on those two city streets. Cleared it out. Okay. Right, so third, 11 hours to go, and we've got 11 more tickets to play in those 11 hours. Okay, I'm fourth. I've taken a few more hits, but it is quite a quiet bracket. 3 hours to go. What I am going to do is, because I'm really struggling, I'm taking all the hits on that motocross. I'm going to put my Alpha Kamal in, and we will see where we get. The only problem is, it's crap on all the other track sets. And unfortunately, having the Audi A8 was my differentiator on the other track sets. So I may well have just screwed myself over. I mean, taking something that wins on 3 track sets to something that only draws on 1 and loses on everything else. That's a draw. That is a win. I'm not convinced though. I think probably I'm going to change back, but we'll stick with it. If I can get a motocross track set, then I'll be happy. If it doesn't, oh, here we are, motocross, right. So on the upside, what we could do is we could play this one with that on the motocross and then stop playing for a bit, and then people will struggle to hit me as hard because 2 of my track sets will have the Audi in and 2 will have the high ground clearance Alpha in. Yes, that's a draw. I'm not convinced though. Yeah, it's a total draw, 100 to 100. I'm not convinced that that's the way forward because everyone else has got it. So there's no differentiator with me, and my other cars aren't as good as other people's. Right, we're back. We've got an hour to go. Hour 17 minutes. I'm in 7th, 307 points. I'm not far off tier 1, but I'm not getting tier 1. But what I need to do is stay above tier 3. I'm putting the Audi back in. I'm sick of that stupid Kamal thing. It's a load of crap. So I'm putting the Audi back in, which should give me a chance to beat a few people who are running that pile of crap. This looks okay, despite the fact that he's got 2 big legendaries, which I probably can't beat. I can beat him on the other 3, I think. Yes, there you go. Okay. Honestly, I'd be nowhere if I didn't max that legendary Alpha. It's cost me 15 epics, but that was the Black Friday overrun of fuse material, and it's doing me big favours. Obviously having the Proxima already maxed for the previous Tri-Series has really helped. Right, so motocross, we can go with that. I think my 323 wins on the motocross, if I remember correctly, against the 233. So that is a win for my 323, which is not getting many wins against itself in other track sets. That's a 200 to a 50. Okay, good. I'm hoping, because it's a relatively quiet bracket, if I can just keep playing for the next hour or so, I'm going to buy more tickets. Probably 2 or 3 sets, just casually playing. I don't want to rush at the end. I want to be 100 points clear of tier 3 at the end, and I just want to, you know what I mean, make sure if people are hitting me, I'm just counteracting that with a win against somebody else. And then hopefully there won't be the same rush I had when we had the Draco, which was horrendous. I bought loads of tickets and serviced and stuff, and still got hit down into 13th place. So I'm trying to avoid that, because this Supervan is the car of the year for me if I can win it. Honest to God, best car of the year if I can win it. Okay, so I'm in 4th. I'm not expecting to be in 4th. I suspect I'm going to be dropping down here somewhere in the 11th, 12th, but I'm going to try and keep above 13. I do have a little points buffer, but that can go real quick. Okay, we got the finals. I did casually play a lot. I didn't what you would call fight at the end. I just, over the last half hour, I bought some tickets and I played them slowly. Just playing one ticket every couple of minutes and ensuring that I wasn't dropping too far down tier 2. So in the end, I was about 7th, somewhere around there, which is a really good place to be. I'm really pleased with it. I mean, I did have 2 max legendaries and another legendary that was at 223. So you would want to win a tri-series with that kind of thing, but the game as it is at the moment, it's not guaranteed, that kind of thing. Especially with weird track sets. But let's get this pack open. It's carbon fibre and a Ford Supervan 4, which, as I said before, is my pull of the year, I think. A Bath, De Tomaso, Jaguar, Honda Super Rare, oh, Epic Lotus, nice. Okay, Epic Lotus and, yes! Oh my God, I can't believe that. That is, honest to God, I would swap all of my legendaries for that car, I think. No, maybe not the Pikes Peak. But you know what I mean? I really, really, really like that car. That is amazing results. That is crazy. I was so worried I was going to miss out on it. I didn't want to miss out on it. Apart from the fact that it's very high RQ, very good stats and stuff like that. I just love it as a car. Having personally been standing next to it and touching it and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? It's just an amazing car. And it's definitely my favourite car in Top Drives at the moment that I own. I know the Pikes Peak, the Peugeot has been incredibly useful, but I'm hoping this is going to be as useful as well. I'm going to throw an upgrade in that handling as soon as I get some fuse material for it. I've burned through all my fuse material recently, upgrading other stuff. But I am chuffed to bits. Honest to God, best car of 2024. I'm really pleased with that. I hope you guys did okay with it. I hope you either won it or did as well as you could with your hand. Thank you very much for watching. Please do subscribe if you're not subscribed. But this video's over. Get yourself out of here. We are done.